The Cheetah Girls 2 is a 2006 Disney film directed by Kenny Ortega. It's written by Jodiss Pierre and Bethesda Brown. And we have a cast including Raven-Symoné, Adrienne Bailon, Sabrina Bryan, Kiely Williams, Belinda, Peregrín. Great cast, great performances. Not a bad sequel. I only watched the Cheetah Girls' first film for the first time yesterday or the day before, and I was keen to see what the sequel was like. And I'm pleased to say that while I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the first film, I did think that it was not too bad. The Cheetah Girls, who are a group of friends who have created this Cheetahs group, have the opportunity to go and perform in Barcelona. And I think that that was a really good decision to set it in Spain, to give us a different location, a different environment, fresh characters. It was a really good idea for the sequel, and I think it works really well. And while they're there, it's all about the characters they meet, the opportunities they have, their friendship, of course, how much they're willing to work to get their dreams, the obstacles along the way. There are a lot of different things happening, and I think it handled everything really well. Each of the main characters has their own little story going on and their own problems that they have to overcome. And then, of course, they have issues as a group as a whole. So I think it's a very well-written narrative. I think the pacing is really good. And as I said, I think setting it in Spain, in Barcelona, was a really good idea, as it gave us something just a little bit different from the first film. And according to IMDb, it was filmed in Barcelona. I don't know if it was filmed exclusively in Barcelona, at least once they're actually there, but certainly we have a lot of nice locations, really nice characters. The music's quite good as well. I think I mentioned this in the first film, but if not, it's the same case where I liked the music, but nothing stood out to me as being a song I'd want to go and put on independently. But nevertheless, we have some great performances here, some great vocal performances. The costumes are not bad. I didn't think the costumes were as fun as they were in the previous film, but there were also a couple of outfits where I thought, wow, this is definitely early 2000s, which I liked. That was definitely in a fun way. And in general, it's a worthy sequel. If you've seen the first Cheetah Girls film and you liked it, then I'd say Cheetah Girls 2 is definitely worth watching. Good story, decent cast and characters, good performances, really nice location. As far as sequels go, I'd say it's not too bad. I do prefer the first film, but that's not exactly the most shocking statement, as sequels are often, not always, but often not as good as the first film. But that being said, I can't really fault it. I thought the Cheetah Girls 2 was a decent experience. I know there is a third film. I can't remember what it's called. I was going to try and guess, but I can't remember. But there is a third film. I'm not going to rush to watch it, but I will check it out at some point. But if you think it's worth watching sooner rather than later, please feel free to do so. What's quite interesting about this, according to Wikipedia, so take it with a pinch of salt, but according to Wiki, and I'm quoting this, the film's premiere received the highest ratings of all Disney Channel movies at its time, a total of over 8.1 million viewers. That's beating the premiere rating of High School Musical, which was 7.7 million. And before that, Cadet Kelly had 7.8 million, which is a good film if you haven't seen, well, either of those films. They're both good, but that's quite a lot of people. And obviously I wasn't one of those people. I hadn't seen the first film, certainly not the second film, but I'm pleased to say I've now seen the Cheetah Girls and the Cheetah Girls 2. Really enjoyed the experience and definitely think that it's worth checking out if you liked the first film.